Right now at 6, authorities in Ottawa County search for inmates who escaped from the Ottawa County Jail. We'll have details, plus a mother in Southeast Kansas pulls her son from school after incidents of alleged bullying, and how the city of Pittsburgh is becoming a little more colorful.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities in Ottawa County, Oklahoma are searching for 3 inmates who escaped from the county jail. This is your KOAM News at 6. I'm Jalen Banks. According to the sheriff, 4 inmates were on a work detail at the jail when they ran eastbound around 2:45 this afternoon. 1 inmate was caught shortly after. 3 still remain at large. Those inmates are Daniel Zajacek, Tyler Tavis, and Buck Martindale. Authorities say all 3 should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information about their location, you are asked to call 911. In a separate incident, authorities in Ottawa County arrested 1 person following a shooting this afternoon. Officers were called to a location at County Roads 680 and 475 to assist Ottawa County deputies. No information has been released about any injuries or fatalities from the shooting. Authorities say it is not related to the escaped inmates. A Southwest Missouri man is dead following a crash in Neosho. Authorities say just past 7 this morning, they responded to a crash at HH and US 60. They say a tractor trailer was traveling east where it T-boned a pickup truck going into the intersection. They pronounced 77-year-old Everett Harrison of Granby dead on the scene. The passenger of the pickup has serious injuries, and the driver of the tractor trailer was not injured. And now we move to weather. Doug joins us with our first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice day once again for us today. Temperatures a little warm as we did go into the mid-80s for highs, and a lot of mid and upper level clouds kind of streaming through over the past couple hours. But overall, nice evening. We do have a cold front to our west. You can see some showers out across central Kansas, and this weak little wave will head toward us late tonight into the morning hours, mainly just giving us clouds, but we can't rule out a random sprinkle, random shower late tonight into tomorrow morning. These would be very light, very hit and miss, but at least we got the chances out there. Right now it's 80 in Pittsburgh, 79 in Anderson, 84 in Chanute. As we go through the overnight hours into the morning hours, 76 here shortly, 64 by midnight, and then down to about 56 for a low. We do have some changes later this week. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
A mother whose child goes to Chanute Elementary School is expressing her frustration on the way the school administration is handling the alleged bullying of her son. And KOAM Shagun Bombali spoke to the mother and has more.
Stephanie Anderson, a mother of 2, says her son was bullied in school 3 times in 3 weeks in September. The bullies allegedly assaulted him and kicked him in the groin.
Again, on September 23rd, a different boy told this girl to go and kick my son in the balls, and she did. And then on the 27th of September, this boy in his music class squeezed his balls so hard that it made him urinate blood.
Anderson says she has reported every incident to the school administration in detail.
And the vice principal, I guess, wasn't supposed to tell me, but he did say that one received 2 days of ISS, another one was suspended, and the parents came and picked him up. But then later, talking to the superintendent, he was appalled that I knew what was happening to the children and didn't have any concern for my child.
Anderson asked the school leaders to discuss bullying with the students.
As a parent, I am very upset, very frustrated and disappointed in the school system that they are not doing a better job to protect our children. One of my main concerns, since the school wants him to come back and they're not making any changes to protect my son, is I don't trust that they will.
Anderson tells me she spoke to a parent of one of the alleged bullies.
She was not aware of the situation, so she spoke to her son and then came back to me and said, I was not aware of it. He is being punished. I apologize for my son's behaviors, and I assure you it will not happen again.
I reached out to the superintendent of Chanute Schools
and he said he is not allowed to disclose private information about students. In Chinook, Shagumamdele, KOAM News.
Henderson says she is thinking about pressing charges against the alleged bullies. The Joplin Fire Department conducted a routine training today. The training consisted of 12 firefighters who ran different search and rescue drills, ventilation and access training. Training Chief Cannon says training builds confidence.
The more confident we are in our skills and the faster we can get the job done, whether it's putting out the fire or rescuing somebody that's still stuck inside of a house, the better we are at our craft, the faster we are.
The department holds a routine training once a month. Folks in Miami, Oklahoma showed their appreciation to area first responders today with a lunch. The lunch is a part of First Responders Appreciation Day and took place in the Sacred Heart Catholic Church's parking lot. On the menu was hot dogs, chips, soda, and water.
You know, it's simple as saying a thank you or you know, just waving at us or, you know, something like that. We hold that very dear to our hearts.
The lunch went from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Still ahead, how the city of Pittsburgh is getting some more color. Plus, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes gives a special gift to a family following the loss of their son. The city of Pittsburgh now has some more color. Volunteers with Pittsburgh Beautiful today planted fall mums around town. Locations include the 20th Bypass Welcome, the East 4th Street Welcome, Walnut Island, and the corner at Miners Memorial. Organizers say the flowers add a little bit of life to areas of town that people see often.
We are a nonprofit that is around to help our city expand in the best and most beautiful way.
The volunteers planted a total of 61 flowers today. A special moment at a Friday night football game to remember a Kansas teen killed in a car crash. 13-year-old Tegan Lomax from Hutchinson was killed earlier this year. Tegan, who was a huge Chiefs fan, was honored with a gift from his hero. And Abby Higginbottom spoke with the family on what this moment meant to them.
We want him to be remembered as the amazing kid that he was, you know, the loving, funny, caring, outgoing, sports-loving kid that he was.
These are all words that the Hutchinson community uses to describe 13-year-old Tegan Lomax. In February, Tegan and his stepfather Alexander were killed in a car crash, and the news of their passing rocked the community. They remember Tegan as a star athlete who loved the game of football.
Tegan would have been going into high school this year, and his family says that he was hoping to continue his love of football by joining the team freshman year.
And he had already told the high school quarterback, "I'm coming for your position."
He was also an avid Chiefs fan.
He's loved the Chiefs since, I don't know.
Since he was old enough to love football.
Yeah, since he could talk. Football was his passion. Patrick Mahomes was his idol.
In honor of Tegan, the community wanted to surprise the family with something Tegan would have loved at what would have been one of his freshman games. A football signed by Patrick Mahomes, his hero.
It meant more to us than we could ever put into words. That was everything to Tegan, and I know he's up there smiling down.
Lindsay Larson, whose son was best friends with Tegan, said it took months to make this moment happen. Her son was able to gift the family with the ball.
He was very excited too that he got to do something that, you know, to help Lacey and Joe.
They're thankful Mahomes took the time to memorialize their son.
Somebody of his stature would actually take the time to recognize, you know, somebody else that was hurting.
But most of all, they're grateful for the community that made it all happen.
People's lives go on, but all of this community continues to help us remember Tegan and keep his memory alive, and we're so grateful for that.
A little later, we'll hear from the Chiefs on their upcoming matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Plus, we have some changes weather-wise rolling in over the next few days. We'll look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another nice day for us today. We've had a nice little string of pretty good weather over the past couple days. Here's a nice shot. This is our Landers Chevrolet Cadillac of Joplin, right on the southeast side of the city. You can see those mid and upper level thin clouds that are rolling through. But it's October, believe it or not. We're already on day 4 of October, and temperatures have been pretty good so far. Warmer than what we should be for this time of the year. You can see low to mid 80s. We are going to start to see a few changes rolling in here, especially a little bit later on this week. If you're getting outside this evening, it looks great. 79 in Neosho, 80 in Carthage. We have 81 in Fort Scott, Independence at 83. Miami is checking in at 81 degrees. And we do even have a weak cold front just to our west out across central Kansas, so warm ahead of it. This will be the first of 2 cold fronts that affect us as we go through the week, and that's going to slowly cool us down as we go through the next few days. Outside right now, nice shot. It's 81. We have northerly winds. Our light humidity is bone dry, 27%. Here's your evening and overnight planner. 77 here shortly, 64 by midnight, 57 by 6 a.m. overnight low of 56. Now, we are going to have a lot of mid and upper level clouds, which are going to be rotating through the region as that weak wave starts to advance in. So we have those thin clouds. Look at the showers out across central Kansas down through southwestern parts of Kansas. As this front heads toward us, we can't rule out a few sprinkles or even a quick little shower late tonight into tomorrow morning. But this is a fairly weak wave, but it will start to cool us down just a bit. All right, let's go through time during the overnight hours tonight, kind of in and out of the clouds, really starting to thicken up a bit late tonight into the morning hours. Here's 6:30 in the morning. Again, a random shower, random sprinkle across the region. By noon, upper 70s, still a lot of clouds. As we get into the afternoon, I do think we'll go into the mid 80s for highs. 57 to start, 74 by noon. 84 by 5 p.m. Southerly winds, 5 to 10. We'll switch around to the north as we go through the evening hours tomorrow. Then we'll drop back all the way down into lower 50s by the time Thursday morning starts. We still go into lower 80s on Thursday afternoon. It's going to be a nice day. And then that secondary front will push in late Thursday night into Friday morning. And this will cool us down a little bit more as we head toward the weekend. So let's jump to Friday. Look at our temps, right around 70 for an afternoon high, so fantastic. Saturday looks great as well, lower 70s for highs. Look at the showers out to the west. Some of these will start to roll in, so this will be our next decent shot to get a few showers in here by the time we head into the second half of the weekend. All right, let's go 85 tomorrow, 82 on Thursday, only 69 on Friday. Overnight lows down into the 40s. 72 Saturday, 75 by Sunday. We'll have those rain chances starting to sneak in early next week, eventually back into lower 80s by early next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so long since I've seen a 7-day like that.
I know, it looks great.
Yeah.
Fall definitely here.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. All right, thank you, Doug.
Yep.
And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch Weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch Weather app. And still ahead, the Kansas City Chiefs prepare to face off against division rival Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night. And Joplin and Webb City softball meet to wrap up their conference schedule. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
This week is the final week of the regular season for Missouri High School softball. The Joplin Eagles are 21-9 overall this season and have just 2 games remaining before district tournaments begin next week. Now, the first of those 2 is tonight on the road against Webb City. The Cardinals sit right at 500 coming into the evening. All defense and pitching early. Bailey Ledford at third for Joplin. Nice backhand and throw to first for the out. Game scoreless after 1. Second inning. Jill McDaniel doing her thing in the circle. Strikeout ends the inning. We are still scoreless. To the top of the third, Eagles have a runner on third and 1 out, but look at Jensen Pickett. Perfect throw home. Liz Rooms applies the tag. Webb City gets out of the inning. And Joplin threatens again, bases loaded in the 4th. But a huge strikeout for Laney Taylor. Nobody scores in this one until the 6th, but it is Joplin winning a good one, 3-2. Elsewhere in the COC, it is senior night for the Neosho Wildcats. Wildcats host the Carthage Tigers this evening. That one just will not end. They're going to the 9th inning right now, all tied up at 3. The Kansas City Chiefs are 3-1 in the first month of the NFL season. Chiefs had a bounce-back game last week, beating the Buccaneers 41-31 after suffering their first loss to the Colts the week before. Now for Kansas City, right back in prime time again, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night. Now, of course, that Bucs game, a lot of the focus was on Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, but the Chiefs' defense, plenty of young guys, really stepped up and helped hold Tampa Bay to just 3 yards rushing.
The thing that makes me most excited is the influx of young guys that we've got, and those guys having an opportunity to grow and get better. And listen, if you guys keep working and do it day in and day out, you work, then you have a chance to be something special. But if you have to stay in that frame of mind. If you start getting caught up in all the outside noise, then you're going to plateau, and you can't do that. We've just got to keep growing, and young guys keep getting better.
The Kansas City Royals are about to wrap up their season this week. The Royals have just 2 games remaining on their schedule, both against the Cleveland Guardians. And tonight, it's Game 5 of the 6-game series. 2 teams have split the first 4. That one has already started. No score in the top of the 5th. We'll have highlights, if there are any, right here tonight at 10. The St. Louis Cardinals, they get to keep playing after the regular season. They've already earned their spot in the playoffs, but still got 2 to go in the regular season. Tonight's game against the Pirates in the top of the 3rd, all tied up at 1. Jayla, one of my favorite parts of covering sports here in the 4-state area is we get softball in Missouri in the fall, softball in Kansas in spring, so we get softball 2 seasons worth. I love it.
Yeah, I remember in the spring, towards the end of the spring, there were like tons of home runs at the end of the softball season. I was like, man, I might need to go out and check a game.
It's good for TV.
Absolutely. All right. And then what a dominant win by the Chiefs against the Bucs.
Hopefully they keep rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be back after this. We take time now to honor a local veteran. James Howie served in the U.S. Army Air Corps from 1942 till 1944. His hometown, Parsons, Kansas. We're proud to salute Lieutenant James Howie, a 4-state hero. To learn about other heroes or submit a hero of your own anytime, just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. And here's a look at what's coming up on the KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have the latest on the search for the escaped inmates from Ottawa County who escaped from the jail earlier today. Also, power still out for hundreds of thousands in Florida after Hurricane Ian, and the push for more students to allow student mental health days in school. That and much more tonight on the KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. To recap on the escaped inmates in Ottawa County, three inmates remain at large. They're Daniel Zajacek, Tyler Tavis, and Buck Martindale. The sheriff said the escapees are considered to be armed and dangerous. If you have any information about their location, you're asked to call 911. Yeah, hopefully they get caught soon. Doug, what do you have for us?
Weather-wise, it looks pretty good for us tonight. We'll drop back mid-50s for overnight lows. 85 tomorrow. We could pick up a random sprinkle, maybe a quick little shower. 82 on Thursday, and then look at Friday. High temps near 70. Overnight lows mid-40s.
That's football weather.
Yeah, I was going to say. So you're going to be out on Friday night.
Oh, yeah,
if it's in the 50s, are you going to be freezing or are you going to be all right?
No, that's what I've been waiting for, man, the whole time. Shorts and jacket weather, that's what I look for. We do a lot of running on the sideline, so we stay warm. But also, we're about to record our 6th episode of our Pigskin podcast. We're going to have Frontenac head coach Mark Smith, of course, talk about the Silver Tiger rivalry game between Lamar and Nevada. All that will be out tomorrow afternoon.
All right, sounds good. I'll make sure to tune into that. You guys should tune in as well. Well, speaking of tuning in, thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock. We'll have a good one.